Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're here for another follow along workout, heavily requested booty building workout, but this time we're adding dumbbells. So we're mixing things up today. I am training with you, don't worry. I'm not shortcutting this one, we'll be doing the whole thing together. But the way we're working this is we're still going to be doing it timed to make sure that you can go at your own pace as you are following along with me. Hard to say. Anyway, but what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be doing a strength training based workout. So because we're adding dumbbells, come join me on the floor. Because we're adding dumbbells, I'm using 5 kilo dumbbells for this workout. Feel free to use whichever weight or whatever you have. You can get creative, you can use water bottles, whatever you have at your disposal, or you can do this without weight. So just training is all you need to be doing. The way we're doing it is we're going to be actually doing all of our sets grouped. So for instance, we're starting off with glute bridges, but we're going to be doing 3 sets. So instead of a circuit style, which we usually do, where we're moving from one exercise to another, we're going to be staying on that exercise, my apologies, for the designated time, and then we're going to be moving on to the next exercise. This makes sure that we're overloading on the particular muscle group that we're working, which usually it's going to be our booty, but for instance, if we're doing an abduction exercise, which really targets the sides and your glute medius, we're really like hammering in and making sure that we're really trying to fatigue that muscle before moving on to a next exercise. So this is the best form of strength training. I find it very effective, and I hope that you enjoy this workout. So as I mentioned, we're going to be doing 30 seconds on. We have 30 seconds rest between exercises because we want to make sure that we have sufficient recovery time. And then if you want to do this on your own at any stage, then you can obviously adapt the rest time. You can work out for longer and you can actually add in reps. But today we're going to be all doing it together timed. So I have my trusty timer here. We're starting off with glute bridges. An option is to add the booty band, which I'll be doing, just like to make things hard for myself. So this adds a bit of extra resistance. We'll have our legs pushing out against the band, and I'll also be grabbing one dumbbell and I'll be laying across my hips here. So I'm just going to move that one out of the way. And we're going to get started. We're going to get into position now. So we have a little 5-second countdown timer. And we're going to be doing this, as I mentioned, for 3 sets. So let's go. So pushing all the way up, squeezing those glutes at the top, up and squeeze. So I love starting with like a glute bridge or a hip thrust because it really activates your glutes. So you can do glute activation before this, but starting with an exercise like this will really help warm up those glutes. So I'm going to keep pushing. Okay, great work everyone. Alrighty, we're resting now. We have 30 seconds rest. So just catch your breath before we get started on our second set, and then we'll be moving on. So remember, what I want you to do is that you can either have your feet completely flat on the ground, or you can be pushing into your heels. You're going to find that it runs all the way along the back of your legs, which is your posterior chain. So that's along the hamstrings up into your glutes. So you're going to find it targets more. Let's get into it. And let's go. So up and squeeze. As you can see, I'm doing the heel drive. You can really feel it. Squeezing those glutes at the top of the movement. Holding that for a second before we lower back down. Make sure you go at your own pace. You don't want to rush this. Keep going. Nice. Okay. Resting, then we have 1 more set. Now, if you choose to, you can always increase the weight by adding an extra dumbbell, but I'm going to stick with my 1 dumbbell. So if you are using 2 dumbbells, make sure that you don't actually stack the dumbbells because that's just like a health and safety violation right there. So you actually just lay them next to each other, because if that falls on your face, it wasn't me who said stack your dumbbells, okay? Let's get into it. And pushing up, squeezing and lowering. Okay, this is our final set. So we're going to be making sure that we're keeping it nice and controlled, squeezing those glutes, okay? I want you to feel that at the top of the movement. If you are using a band, make sure that you're pushing against the band as much as possible, so you're keeping those legs parted at the top. Nice work, everyone. And squeeze. Nice, alrighty. See how you can feel it quite a lot when you're doing the same movement over and over again? Okay, so now we're coming up onto our feet. So we're doing lunge holds, okay? So I've recently started working these into my routine. Essentially, just a lunge, okay? You come down and you're holding the lowest position. So try to get as low as possible and you're holding that for 30 seconds. It's an isometric hold and it burns. Are we ready? Did I sell it? Let's go. So, I'm doing this without weights because you need to start without anything. Trust me, when you don't know what you're doing and when you haven't done an isometric hold before, start without. So round one, we'll start without. Round two, we add the dumbbells, okay? Whew. See, this is body weight only and I can feel like my legs shaking. 3, 2, 1, and coming up. Swapping legs, like kick it out a little bit. So, as I mentioned, once we do decide to add the dumbbells in, we'll just be holding them in each hand, or alternatively, you can just hold one dumbbell in front of you. So, starting in 15 seconds. Now, if you have done isometric holds before, then feel free to just add the dumbbells straight away. Okay, 3, 2, 1, lowering down and holding. So you can have your hands on your hips, have them tossed out in front of you, however you so desire. Just mainly for balance purposes, I like to have my hands on my hips. So make sure you're in a nice and wide stance. We're halfway. 10 seconds to burn. Can't wait to add the dumbbells. 3, 2, 1, and pushing up. Nice, okay, shake it out. Okay, now remember we are adding some resistance in our second set here. No need to pick them up just yet. Okay, probably time to pick them up. Alrighty, so as I said, I'm holding mine in both hands. You can hold it just in front of you. So we're gonna have our starting leg. So I'm using my left leg forward, 2, 1, and down, and holding. Make sure to keep your chest up. Make sure to remember your breath. This is really good because I think that we often can increase exercises just based on a hold. So like, see how challenging planks are, for instance? We're basically plank lunging. So 3, 2, 1, and pushing up. Oh, that's the hardest bit. All right, kicking it out. Okay, so we're gonna be swapping legs now. Remember, if you decide to do this on your own, you can always increase the sets, you can increase the time. This is just a really good starting option for you. I do say so myself, like and subscribe. Okay, 10 seconds. So yeah, as you can see, I have a nice wide stance here. So we're coming down, 3, 2, 1, and here we are. So remember your breath. So today's workout's all about changing it up. So as you can see, we're holding a pose here. We're holding a lunge position. So this is an isometric hold. Next, we're looking at slowing the tempo. So we'll go through that in a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, that push up, I swear. All right, dumbbells down. Okay, I'm gonna quickly explain this to you. So we're gonna use one dumbbell for this. So we're gonna have a grip, it's an under grip here. So feet turning out, we're gonna be doing a goblet squat, but we're gonna take our time going down. So it'll be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then shoot up. So slow, eccentric movement, and then straight back up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lowest point, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. squeeze those glutes. Okay, resting now. You can hold your dumbbell if you want, a little bit of upper body work. Okay, so as you can see, it just makes it more challenging. I'm doing this a lot. It makes it more challenging when you slow the movement. And then you suddenly have a burst up, so you're actually having to push yourself, drive up through that floor, and you're gonna feel it in your legs and throughout your glutes. So we have 2 more sets of this, and we're going. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, squeeze. And that's off for round 2. One last round. Catch your breath. Whew. Honestly, my heart rate is right up. Okay, so one more set of this. I want to make sure that you're going nice and slow. Make sure that your elbows really come down in between your knees, so you're like full ass to grass situation here, and then you're shooting up. Alrighty. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 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 hey, up. Alrighty, moving on to RDLs next. So that stands for Romanian deadlifts. So basically, it's a stiff deadlift. So what we're going to be doing is we have 2 dumbbells. We're going to make sure that we have a slight bend in our knee, so don't completely lock the knee. I'm going to come in front, all the way down, and we'll be pushing back up. So the dumbbell rotates in front of your leg as it comes down. Let's go. And up. So this is not rushed. Nice, slow movement. And up. You can turn to the side so you can see better. So as you can see, she's running really close to my body, and then up. You should feel this in your hammies, which are the muscle that runs down the back of your legs. Up. And one last one, and up. Nice. Alrighty. Whew, we have one more set of this. So this is the muscle that it targets along here. So you should feel it there. As you're stretching, it should be at the most. It should be completely stretched, and then you shoot back up, okay? Okay, we've got 10 seconds. Catch your breath. Starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So runs down, and we shoot back up. So squeeze, always squeeze the glutes. When in doubt, squeeze the glutes. And squeeze. That's it. So as you can see, we're keeping it nice and controlled. Slower movement down and faster movement back up. One last one, and up. Nice. Okay. So we're changing things up now. You can use 1 or 2 dumbbells for this, and we are doing a sumo squat. So standard squat, feet are usually fairly close together, about shoulder width apart. Sumo squat, we're going wide, okay? So I want you to take a nice wide stance. Feet are turned out, and we're going to be squatting back. So we're going to be doing 2 sumo squats, 5 pulses. So 1, 2, and then we stay low for 5. Alrighty, let's go. 1, do it with me. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice, squeeze. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice work. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. Alrighty, so I think it's important that I address this. You probably can hear my knee clicking. It's just what it does. Okay, so we're gonna just blank that out. Hopefully the background music is taking away from the knee clicking, but it's what happens. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's ignore it. Okay, cool. So we have one more set of that before moving on to seated abduction. Alrighty? 2, 1, let's go. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up and squeeze. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up and squeeze. And 1, and they got us again. Alrighty, okay. So we're doing a burnout now. So we're coming down onto the ground. If you have a band, that would be ideal for this. So we're going to be doing seated abduction. So basically, feet just under your knees in line with them. You lean backwards slightly, and we're going to be pushing out against the band. This is an abduction movement. Alrighty, full set is 30 seconds, let's go. Whew. So this should hurt, and you should try to keep tension on the band at all times. Keep it up. This should really be burning your glutes. Speaking from experience. All right, keep it up. Come on, 5 seconds. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and we are done. We are done. That was 15 minutes, legs. Legs on legs on legs. So legs, glute builder, booty. So when you train legs, obviously you're training your booty as well. We had more of a booty focus in this workout, hence the band. But I hope that you really enjoyed this workout. Remember, it is 15 minutes, so if you do want a longer workout, then you can always do this again, repeat all these sets. But 15 minutes is really all you need right now, because let me tell you, the burn is real. So I hope you enjoyed it. Now remember, if you are looking for a DB booty band, then you can get them on my website, which I'll link down below. These are glorious. I have them as part of every single leg day ever, home, gym, whatever. They are a part of it, an essential. And I hope that you guys enjoy this workout. If you have any other suggestions, anything else you would like to see from me, any kind of hectic workout you would like to put me through so that I can put you through it, because we always train together now. Let me know in the comments below. Till then, like and subscribe. Bye.